So, but he was special to her, and she was special to him. So, and I'm going to tell you, younger kids especially, Jim and I were siblings, and I'm the oldest, and he was the baby. And your family of four, you know what that's like, and what the baby's like. So, our mother was sick a lot, and so the oldest always takes care of the younger ones, right? And so, of course, I did. So in Jimmy's life, I was kind of a combination sister and mother to him. And he grew up just, thinking, doing what I said, but also thinking of me as a sibling, as a sister. And when he was in high school, my mother had died, and he lived with us for a while. And we got him a suit for graduation. And he told me later that he was so touched by that. He just never, I don't know what he was feeling at the time, if he was ever got a chance to grieve our mother, but his father was still alive, but he wasn't in his life right then. And so we were, just all he had, and it was just his sister and his brother-in-law. And he said that had so much meaning to him. And as time went on, as you've heard, he got married and he went to Alaska. Well, he was in the service, and then he went to Alaska. And our ways kind of parted. We're all busy raising our families and stuff. When he came back, though, we started talking and having some really in-depth conversations, and realized that while he was in Alaska preaching the Baha'i, he became a preacher. I was studying Baha'i. I didn't become a preacher or anything. I just was studying it. And and in many ways our lives had paralleled, and that we were pretty much on the same plane, but we were still looking for different things, searchers. We called ourselves searchers. And also during that time we took a lot of trips in the Southwest, in the desert. And we both loved the desert. We loved the colors of the desert, the air in the desert, the cliffs, the valleys, the critters, everything about the desert. And one time we were driving along, and he said, I see myself as a young boy just running across the desert, free and happy and breathing the air. And so when Jimmy, in the last years, and he was in a lot of pain and he had trouble sleeping, I would call him up and tell him a story. Now I'm going to tell you a story now. I'd like you to just relax your bodies, clear your minds a little bit, close your eyes, and imagine that you're this little boy, and you're about 9 years old, and you've spent the night out on the desert taking care of your family's sheep. And you know that that's an important job, because the sheep will help support your family. You wake up in the morning, the sun is not quite coming up, but things are beginning to stir, and you can hear the little birds in the bushes starting to talk to each other, beep, 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 and their little chit-chat. And the little creatures are starting to stir. You hear little tiny footsteps as they scurry around. The night creatures are starting to go to bed in their burrows, and you wake up and check your sheep. Everything's okay. So you take a little cornmeal and throw it to the 4 directions, and then you begin your ritual. And your ritual is just to run toward the sun. And you're running, and the sun comes up over the cliff and turns the cliff purple. And you're running toward it, and the sun comes up and shines on you, and you stretch your arms out, and you're so free, and you breathe the sweet desert air, and you say, "Thank God I'm free." Amen.